Mostly good afternoon, dear viewer, wherever you might be in the world. This is a live broadcast that is fraught with danger. This may go very, very, very wrong. We're going to have a look at DroHub.xyz, worldwide drone. What does that mean? It means that I can, well, let's stop making it up. Let's see if this works. I'm going to stop sharing this screen and I'm going to share another screen. I think it's this one. Let's see. And then if life is good, there we go. There's Louis. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this big screen because you don't need to see me now. So what are we seeing? Well, as you know, if you're a fan of the channel, I am sat in South Africa and Louis is in Portugal, and the camera feed and in fact the audio feed as well, everything is coming from his Anafi. So this is live streaming from his Anafi. And what I can do at the moment as he flies, how does this work, Louis? I think I can take images, can't I? So I can take images as it's flying. So let's pretend I'm the super valuable surveyor dude and you are my lackey out there in the field. So you're out there in the field and, oh, hang on, let's talk a little bit first. I don't want to distract you while you're flying unless you are, you know. So I want to ask you some questions first. So we can put it in the air, then I can take photos and videos. And then what do I get? The full resolution of these videos into, so do they come immediately to me? Do they come, how does it work then? Sure. So well, bottom line is sorry, Louis, in my office now, once I've clicked the button, I'll have low res 12,000 kilometers away from where the drone is flying. I'll have lower resolution images for me to look at straight away. And then because you're such a poor worker and you'll go to the pub as soon as you finish flying, eventually you'll get home. But when you get home and sync your Anafi to the web, oh, we can't hear him on the stream. Oh, okay, hang on. Why can't they hear you on the stream? Blast. How do we do that? How do I bring the sound in from you? Can you still not hear him, geeks? Is he too quiet, or is it just not there at all? Let's see if just do some singing or something, and we can see if we can hear you. I'm just let me go back. Oh, have I disconnected him now? Oh dear, this is where technology. Right, sorry, I moved away and came back. So what do these up and down arrows do? And plus and minus, I don't know. No sound. Okay, is there sound from me, Kevin, or is it nobody? Let's have a look. Hang on. Let's exit the full screen gig. Let's just exit. Maybe that's what that did. The full screen gig. Bilson, can you hear me, Bilson? And can you, Louis, have a go at speaking now? Gary, all that's fine. All right, okay. Well, let's just go with me then for the minute. No audio on site. Okay. So the basic story is now Louis is my very useless worker that I've sent out into the field. I am a high hours to pay, not the lackey in the field, exactly. so I'm the surveyor. I'm the person with the skills. So I've got 10 lads going out and working for me. Obviously, Louis on the upper age of the age scale, and we'll have to be reviewing his contract directly. But we've got lads out in the field, and I'm the expensive qualified person. So Louis can fly. I can take images from here, and then very, very short, and then see lower resolution images. And then when Louis gets to a place where he can upload the raw data from the machine, you might as well get airborne, Louis. If I'm chatting, you get airborne, mate. So yeah, thanks. So yeah, obviously this is the first show of this. So this is the now we know that the sound doesn't come from this feed into things like this, but then we can hardly explain that. So I don't know, Louis, maybe could you fly up to that roof I can see in front? It says some washing on that balcony. Let's have a look at those chimneys up there. And this is what I could do if I was a surveyor or whatever. I could direct Louis to where I want to be, and shortly, not only will I be able to direct him, but I'll actually be able to fly the aircraft as well from my browser anywhere in the world. Oh, there we go. And the feed drops out as I say that. But still, I mean, this is what we're expecting. It says flying. Can you still hear me, Louis? I think his internet's dropped out. Anafi 2. Well, I'll do that and take a picture. Let's just go around this dashboard. Yeah, so the idea is that move to position. I wonder what this says. I've quite literally, I have not played with this. How can I get him back to realize that we're not speaking? Maybe he's run out of his. Let's go like that. That doesn't do anything. Let me refresh this page. It very easily could be something I'm doing. Flight state, no data. So this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the problem. There's 84% flight state. Now what's 84%? His signal. I wonder if that's Louis' phone signal, or if that's a signal to the aircraft. Well, what do we expect? It is the first trial of this in front of an audience. But I've got no way of telling him, Louis, come back. All is forgiven. All right. Oh, the aircraft moved then. I wonder if we're going to get us something. The aircraft's moving. Now, is this because of the battery powers going down? Is that because of my internet connection? What his internet connection, I wonder. Yeah, very much like Kandahar. So let's jump back to the DroHub thing. And if he, hang on, let me go here. Let me go back to their website. And obviously we're going to have to do this again, aren't we? Let me go back to over here and over here. Yeah, it still says 12:54 flying. Well, what's supposed to be happening? Well, what's happening here is what happened was, Chris, Louis flying live in Portugal Shire, and he's flying as Anafi. I'll go back to the screen as you've just joined us. I'll go back to the screen that Louis is supposed to be on. And I don't like that I have to jump back and forth in these. He is supposed to be here in this screen, and he was in this screen, but he is no longer in the screen. What we can see is that his Anafi is going down in power, and he's been flying for 13 minutes, 20-odd seconds, 30-odd seconds. So the idea is that I'm a surveyor, but I am 11,000 Ks away. So I suppose it might be asking a bit too much of the internet all around for everybody for this to work. But the idea is you have somebody in the field that does the flying, and your expert, your surveyor, or your person that can do the magic with the survey can command the person who's flying, maybe he's crashed it, can command the person that's flying in the field. And shortly, the app will have controls on it as well. So from my browser remotely, I'll be able to fly the Anafi with someone in the loop. And that is the idea. Is it coming back? I wonder. There's obviously a little something. It looks like that's coming back towards the road, didn't it? That. Yeah, it is definitely coming back. Maybe he's going to come back. Yes, that position is coming back. There's probably a slider or setting. It's, as you know, if you're an SUS News and Drone and Sundry viewer, you know we're super professional control of them. Exactly. Yeah, well, that machine is definitely coming back, isn't it? It's definitely moving. Has it stopped flying now? Is that what we've just seen? I'm going to actually do this. Landing. Yeah, there you go. It said landing then on that, didn't it? This could be to do with my internet. Because, of course, not only are we streaming this, I'm trying to stream to this, but I'm also going out to YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So I might be asking too much of the system. Let's see if he comes back. Let's refresh it again. Yeah, that's exactly no data from the aircraft. That's exactly whatever it is. If you can get a more compelling demonstration than we can cobble together. Oh dear, professional we are not. But of course, I've got no way of contacting him. That's the problem. Oh, that should be on here, shouldn't it? That's what we need. We need. I wonder if there is a way. I wonder if there's a text way of getting hold of him. I wonder what that does up there. So let's just press it and see. Oh, that goes full screen. What does this do? There's nothing going that way. What's it doing going that way? There's nothing there. What does that do? I wonder if that switches off the Anafi. Wouldn't it be nice to have a text message method now? Blast. All right. I think we're going to have to try and do this again, or do it again in a minute. Let me put the website back up. Let me go over here. Let me go. Try the phone. Oh, yeah, I know. He'd love that, wouldn't he? I don't actually know his telephone number. Right. Let's share this other screen. But yeah, there's no doubt having a way of talking back to him other than the voice and the big data. Oh, hello, here's a dunk. Who's joining the stream? Aha, Paolo, the developer.
Hello.
I don't know you, Paolo, but maybe we've got a few people watching now. I don't quite know where Louis has gone, but you're gone.
Yes, so, I also noticed because I was watching and then suddenly I stopped having contact. Even on WhatsApp, I don't have any contact with him, so I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe he
I knew he was an unreliable worker, and he has just shown that to be the case. And really, a man of his age should no longer work for our huge, big company co. Let me just plug this in here. But okay, well, we're lucky to have you here with us. Perhaps, Paolo, you could talk us through this app. Maybe you can help me drive through this page and drive me around and tell me what are your expectations and what DroHub's all about.
Okay, so the expectation here is to make the connection between the people that can be like in a command and control center, that they can connect easily with the people on the field, because there are different roles normally between the people that know a lot about inspections, for example, and this is the main target that that I am targeting here, are the inspections, so the infrastructure kind of thing, so the robotization somehow of technical work in open spaces. And so far we had the case where people needed to go to the field, and a lot of the people that know a lot about the infrastructure, about concrete and things like that, they don't want to go to the field. And this way, I thought that this would be an interesting case to solve, and how to get people together to collaborating with the drone, and everything centered on the drone. And this was the base idea, and this was actually how I made the minimum product, was exactly to focus on this. How can I enable people to immediately start communicating and working around the drone? And yeah, this is how the DroHub started. As also Luis said in the beginning, it happened that when I got this to think about this problem, I talked with him. What are the drones that this would be easy to tackle? What would be the best tools? And he talked to me about this Anafi, and actually this is how it started. And then 1 year later, yeah, I had something to show. And I talked to him, and I knew that he also had knowledge on whether this was interesting or not. And then this is how we started collaborating also.
It's fantastic. Firstly, I need to tell Louis, you're fired. You took off, and then the video went. So that's your last day for the company, I'm afraid. I've sent you all that way, and all the way to your front garden.
Have you seen? Have you seen if it's not on the gallery?
I've not.
I haven't seen. No. I haven't seen if it's on the gallery. Oh, okay, all right. Well, we'll look at that. K King. I'm going to get this wrong. K King Cresso in the comments is asking, how is this exactly working, and what do I need to start? And he also asked earlier, or said earlier, that this tool will be great for the new Anafi UAS as a control center for police and firefighters. Which, yeah. Exactly. So I'll stop talking and go and have a look at the gallery, and if anything's there,
it's right on the gallery.
Well, yes, but I couldn't direct you where I wanted to go. That's not good enough. Anyway, over to you, Paolo.
Yeah. So this direction, actually, that you were talking about, is exactly the core of what we have tried and the demos that we have done. Is that somebody is giving the directions to the pilot? Hey, you need to go there. Hey, I want to look better at this, right? And then coupled with the ability for the technician on the office to take the picture himself and start the filming, it gives the power, right? So the pilot is just helping positioning the drone, but then there is already a kind of ability for the technician to be more independent and do his work without abstracting a bit the drone, right? And this is one of the things that we were trying. The gallery thing, actually, the gallery immediately when
here it is. It's just coming. I just refreshed it. Let me add that. To this stream here.
Yeah. So the camera feed that it gets recorded is exactly for situations. Not for the inspection, but this would be useful, for example, for security scenarios or scenarios where you lose the drone, and there is some very valuable footage that you would lose it completely. And as you get the live video, you are able to do post-mortems even on what was at least done, and this is useful for such a case. I think that there is, yeah, it's
probably this is, as I say, this is going out to Facebook and LinkedIn and yourselves there, and here he is.
Yeah. So this is the thing. We are able to do some kind of post-mortem of something of what happened with the event of why we lost the drone, for example, and we are able to see it. This is actually more interesting when there is for some reason the drone becomes unreachable and you are not able to get the footage that you had before. It also preserves the audio, so it is also possible to then go step by step on how the interaction worked between the pilot and the person that was coordinating. And if there was an issue on the workflow, for example, you are able to analyze and improve it for the next time, right? Just based on this audio. because
Yes.
how we talk mostly is audio, right? And how we communicate. So if we have this ability to record also this communication, I'm pretty sure there can be quite an improvement on the workflows also.
And this needs a minimum of 4G to operate, does it?
Yes. Right now, it's like 1 megabit needs to be available, which is quite under the maximum of the 4G. So it's kind of conservative, but you should have 4G, and this was designed for 4G. So there are situations, if you are in a field where there is not 4G, well, then this becomes problematic indeed. But the idea is that this is for places where you have the 4G. In many countries, there are maps of 4G coverage. I'm right now in Poland, and for example, I am able to see a whole map of where the coverage is, so I can plan it. This is not integrated with the platform, but this is something actually to look forward to, some integration where you would be able to plan it.
And there's a question for you, Paolo. Is this an IP login and utilizing cell towers for telemetry and data signal?
Yes, it is. So you just do a login. That login authenticates you on the platform, and then you use the cell towers for the video stream and for the telemetry data.
So I think it's quite important to frame this, as jokey as I am with Louis and stuff, the sort of coolness of this. I am at least 10,000 kilometers away from Louis. I now have in a place in the webosphere video that he's taken, and obviously that has value. Imagine you have a fleet of drones out in the field.
You can just knock around between the towers.
Oh, and now he's playing it back. So just imagine you have 2 or 3 inspectors, the people that are qualified to sign off whatever that inspection is. They can sit in the office and they can sign off this paperwork, as it were, or sign off this inspection without traveling, and they're the expensive bit at the end of the day. And as has been mentioned, in a fire emergency situation, this is a quick way of piping your live stream into your Gold Incident Commander room, is by doing this. So okay, people are going to ask, how much does it cost and what do they need to do? So, Paolo, how much does it cost and what do they need to do?
I'm just laughing because, no, come on, Paolo, say how much is it free?
It is currently free, actually. So this is...
Oh, it's a very good price as well. So if somebody wants to, so it's DroHub.xyz. Let me put it in the comments here, actually. .xyz. If anyone wants to go along and give this a go, and obviously it's not going to be free forever. So if you want to have a try of this, if you've got an Anafi, perhaps one of those new Anafi USAs, if you're in the USA, then give it a go. I love the idea, and I'm sure. And what also you've got to remember, dear viewer, is Louis and I haven't practiced this. You've had a genuine. As with most things in life, I don't know what I'm doing. So this was a genuine. Well, I don't know. So if we tried. We probably would remember that. And of course, if it wasn't Louis,
I can show you my shirt that I got myself all wet from the gardening. Come on, the guys were watering the garden, so I got myself in the way of.
I'm sorry. At your review meeting, this is not working as an excuse, Louis. It's not the first time that we've heard this sort of thing.
Sorry.
And
because I knew that. When at the time we had agreed, there was no garden hose.
Oh, all right then. All right, I'll take the blame then. I'll take the blame.
It seems that besides the planning for the location, we also have some kind of planning for whether there will be sprinkling on during the flights or something. So that this.
No.
Yeah.
I really think that this is useful for general purpose inspections, because I know quite a few guys that are expensive technicians and can, if they have to go to the field, they lose the time to travel, they lose the time to get to the site and back. So that is times 2, and can only do a few inspections per day. And if you get the team with a cheap drone, because the Anafi is cheap, that can pipe that data back to the office, you could have a console with 10 or 20 operators in the field and check them all out.
Yeah, no, I can't exactly see it. Dare I say it might have actually been my fault, because I see I've got another StreamYard tab open, and that might have confused things. So, but of course, I'm not going to take the blame. It could actually have been my fault.
No, it doesn't matter who it was. It was me.
Oh, all right then. Very
I
good.
had the drone in my hand. Come on, I had the drone in my hand. Now it's drying. So.
Really? Did you really get it wet? Oh, that's worth the price of admission in itself, isn't it?
So, yeah, sorry, guys.
No worries.
Perhaps next time we'll do it on even a smaller vehicle.
And of course, people are going to ask if this is possible to do with DJI drones. Is that on the horizon, or is it just not possible?
Currently not.
Currently not. Okay. All right. Well, that's fantastic. I think we'll unless there's any questions, Kevin Sanders says he'll take 2. That'll be at the price of 3, I'm sure. Yeah, if you have an Anafi, give it a go. Send us some feedback. I'd love to hear when this video is up on YouTube. Tell me how it went for you. I'd love to hear some opinions from other people in the field. That would be very interesting, especially if it's very useful. I'm sure Paolo would like to hear your feedback. And of course, we must always give Louis abuse. That's just mandatory on this channel.
No, sorry. Don't give feedback to Gary. Just nag Paolo to get things in the interface. Come on, I have a laundry list this big. Paolo, can you do this? Can you do that?
yeah, it's tricky. But I think things are progressing, and I, for sure, blocking things, you will get feedback immediately. And I have not heard of any blocking matters yet, like things stop, like today happened. Actually, this was quite unexpected.
Of course it did.
And I was a bit concerned.
No, but
and
sorry, Paul. The thing is, the live stream to Gary wasn't up to the plan, but we still have the damn videos on the platform. So we still have the stream on the platform.
Yes, I can still see that video, even though I didn't have the live part. So I'd be able to get something out of it. And I suppose that then would prove your pre-flight brief to the operator that, this is what we're trying to achieve, so that if for whatever reason I fell out of the loop, the information's still going to get to my office, even if I'm not there. I could have been down the pub and he could have been flying. That's what I was doing. I was down the pub, and I've come back to look at the information afterwards.
I was trying in the field to get the DroHub, the StreamYard, the software running on my cell phone, and no, sorry, you cannot use StreamYard. And I said,
I think it'd be so it might be. I think, well, here's the first thing I'm going to ask to be added to it: some quick little texting ability, just a text notification to the operator to say, "Oi." Craig Michael Grice is going to join it. Brilliant idea. So good. Hopefully a few people will come along and it's all going very, very well. Very, very well.
Yeah. No. I am here. Just the camera dropped. So I guess
it's perfect.
See, he's not using an Anafi to stream. So
it would not drop.
Not drop. It was good news for Anafi owners. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Dear viewer, wherever you might be in the world, stay safe, wear a mask, wash your hands, Don't forget to join us 2100 GMT every Tuesday for our normal chat of nonsense. And then also about 12 GMT, I'm dropping out these little daily news bites now of the stories that made it through the night for those of you getting up in America and other parts of the world, or going to bed in some parts of the world, just to see what the latest stories are as we go to press. So, and the sound issue. Yeah, we didn't, but that's probably I could hear Louis, but Craig, the sound wasn't coming through my streaming software. So I don't think that was a problem with the DroHub side of it. That was a problem with trying to put it onto the stream. Remember, we are asking more of it than is expected. It was absolutely no problem to me. Just
I could hear you because you told me to go up to the roof and inspect.
Yeah.
So I went there, filmed the chimneys, filmed the tiles. So it's my house's tiles. I know they have a broken tile. Sorry, don't need to do that to me.
So will I be able to now? Here's another question before I was doing a wrap up. But now, will I be able to pull that video, download it, and then put it on the YouTube channel so everyone can see?
Yeah,
right. So
perfectly.
As soon as I finish this, that's exactly what I'm going to do, dear viewer. I'm going to put the video where Louis ignored us, and hopefully at some point we'll hear the point. Well, this is where we can prove whether this worker is being truthful or not, because we'll hear when the water hits him. If we don't, then we'll know that was a whole porky pie for his story there. We'll know the truth of it. So yeah, no, I'll download that, put that video on, and we'll see what happens. So, dear viewers, thanks very much. Look after yourselves. Paolo, Louis, thank you very much. Very interesting, very cool. I look forward to seeing where it goes. Goodbye, everybody. See you tomorrow at 12 GMT, 2100 GMT on Tuesday.
Gary,
a longer chat.
Gary,
oh, yeah? Don't make me do it again. Yeah.
No. One more thing. Now you can ask to every Sidhu for an Anafi.
Yes. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, the Parrot gave us the only interview for the new Anafi, which I didn't know. It was really, really nice of them. Really nice of Henri. But yeah, maybe. Yeah, can I have a Anafi, please, Henri? All right, guys. Look after yourself. See you soon, Louis. Thank you, Paolo. Nice to meet you. Cheers, everybody, wherever you might be in the world. Bye-bye.